Howdy folks, Grin Reaper here. Today I'm going to talk to you about some good reasons to be fat. Don't worry that word fat and all that, I'm not body shaming, it's just some humor, okay? Lighten up. Today I was driving down the road and I noticed I was looking 9 months pregnant after 4 months of sitting in front of my TV all day, drinking soda pops, Mountain Dew, my favorite, and eating candy bars and cupcakes and Twinkies and ice cream and everything you can think of. By the way, the new marshmallow Oreos, I highly recommend them. But feeling kind of fat myself, I was driving down the road and I saw this car with a bumper sticker. It said, "Lose weight fast. Ask me how." I pulled up next to him and zzz, down my window, I yelled, "Hey, mister!" He rolled down his window. I said, how do you do it? How do you lose weight fast? He said, "Don't eat so much. What are you, not only fat, you're stupid?" And then he drove off. Now I got me to thinking about the advantages, the good reasons that can be helpful if you're fat. For one thing, ain't nobody gonna strangle you with their bare hands if you got a gigantic neck, okay? You got high winds blowing, you stand with confidence if you're a little overweight. If another natural disaster hits like an earthquake, them skinnier cracks in the ground, you ain't gonna fall through them. It's gonna take a massive hole to get you down. If all the food in the world runs out, right at the end there, the heaviest people will own everything for a little while. Let's say you on a cruise ship and accidentally you fall over. You a little runny guy and hardly make a splash. But a big guy, kapoosh, somebody might hear it, could save your life. Let's say you on an airplane. Terrorists take over the plane and start throwing hostages out the window. Don't worry, they ain't gonna pick you. I would say that fat cells do provide some kind of a cushion against a terrorist or a bullet of any type. Now, don't count on it, but it would be a little helpful. Heavier people get such bargains, Like, it don't cost no more for a XXLL shirt than it does for a small. You're getting way more material for no extra charge. Think of the extra leather you're getting in your belt. A size 58 belt is twice as long as a size 22 belt. You get double the leather. Same way with your shoes. You get big old shoes, not no measly little shoes. And you don't have to go in them regular stores with them ordinary people. Tall and big men get to go to their own stores, shop in a much more relaxed and private atmosphere without having to mingle with the masses. You're walking in Key West and you see a real skinny guy or a skinny girl. For the guy, right away you think, you might have AIDS. For the girl, you think, maybe she's a crack addict. But they never suspect you of any of this stuff if you're a little on the larger size. You see a person about Santa's size, you think, now that is a jolly heterosexual. And pretty much that sums it up. Santa only does come once a year. Speaking of Santa, if times are tough, you gotta get a job playing Santa Claus for the holiday season to tide you over. You don't even have to buy a pillow. Think of how much more use you get out of your toilet seat and your shower. Hanging over that seat, using the total seat, not just a part of it. And in that shower, that water run all over a lot of you, you know. My mother-in-law, they said my mother-in-law hung around the house where she was so heavy that was an actual fact. A lot of people say my mother-in-law and I are drifting apart, but hell, we're under full sail. You can have a much larger tattoo if there's a lot more skin to tattoo on. You bought your car. It came with 4 shock absorbers. They weren't free. They were added to the price of the car. And heavier people get to use their shock absorbers even more. If you a heavy-set person and you fall forward, you will never suffocate. Because you will roll like sideways when you hit the ground. Also, people notice that you've fallen because you make a nice loud thud when you hit. Nobody suspects the heavy weight release challenge people to be a mugger. Because they can't run that fast. They wouldn't be mugging people. And a chance for you to be a winner, enter a belly flop contest. You're in. They never ask overweight people to be the first one to go in that skinny little opening into that cave that nobody knows what's in there. Could be snakes, raccoons, bears sleeping, who knows. But you ain't gonna have to go first. A big old fat butt is like a muffler for a, fart. A fart is just it goes like this. A burp is just a little gas drifting upward from your heart. But if it takes a downward turn, well then, it's called a fart. Get a big butt, muffle them farts. And last and most important, folks, remember, handsome is as handsome does. I mean no disrespect. I only want to add a little humor into life. Everybody's entitled to do and look like they want. Grin Reaper signing off. Come and see me again, will you, sometime?